Well, Boston is still struggling to come to terms with Monday's devastating bombing at the finish line of the city's famous marathon. The number of injured steadily climbed throughout yesterday. Authorities say more than 170 were hurt by the shower of shrapnel and ball bearings, and some had to have amputations. Well, now the focus is on bringing those responsible to justice. As Arise News' Will Took reports, law enforcement agencies are already making progress in their investigation.
They still don't know who or why, but they know how. Forensic investigators call it the golden hour, the window of time they have to examine a crime scene before vital evidence degrades. A painstaking search of the blast sites has given the FBI a picture of the type of devices used to bomb the Boston Marathon.
Among items partially recovered are pieces of black nylon, which could be from a backpack, and what appear to be fragments of BBs and nails, possibly contained in a pressure cooker device.
These photographs show the twisted remains of what appears to be a pressure cooker, batteries and wires used to detonate the device, and a fragment of circuit board that could be part of a timer or a radio receiver to trigger the explosions remotely. Nails and ball bearings were packed into the bombs to make them more lethal.
Some of the debris has been embedded in some of the buildings nearby, so that gives you just a kind of a scope of the power of the blast, and you can see how it was so devastating.
Improvised explosive devices made out of pressure cookers are used frequently by Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan and killed over 200 people in the Mumbai train bombings in 2006. This memo, circulated by the US Department of Homeland Security in 2010, warned law enforcement agencies to be vigilant for such devices on American soil. But authorities are stressing that doesn't necessarily mean Islamic militants were behind the attacks in Boston.
We don't know if it's an act of organized terrorism, whether it's a foreign group doing this or a domestic group. It could just be an individual.
Now the evidence is in the FBI laboratory at Quantico for further examination. If they can work out how the bombs were made and where the components came from, it's hoped that'll lead investigators to who built them. Will Took, Arise News.